So I don't know if I've really spoken about it at all before, but I'm currently learning HTML, JavaScript and CSS because what I'm working towards is to become a web developer at some point. And those are the skills you need. I'm just learning it on my own to see how far I can get, and then later down the track, if I have time, maybe I'll go to like some sort of TAFE course or something, but that's besides the point. I have been learning this for a while, and I've sort of at the same time recently started finding these like Substack essays and YouTube videos and all of this stuff about how frustrating social media is at the moment, and I agree. I think it was a Substack essay. I'll link it, but it was about different ways that you can customize the internet so that it's not as just god awful. And when I say that, I mean like, how you're like scrolling on TikTok, and the best example I saw was like, you'll see a recipe for pea soup, and then all the comments will be like, but I'm allergic to peas, how do I make it without peas? And it's like, well, maybe don't make it with peas. Maybe make a different recipe altogether. Not everything has to be catered for you, and things like TikTok and the algorithms have really wrecked our perception of what social media is and what the internet is. And I kept thinking like, I want to get a flip phone because I'm sick of being on social media, but I'm still going to be on it because I love being on the internet. And then the algorithm did me right. It said, hey girl, hey, you're struggling at the moment, let me help you get away from me being social media. And it introduced me to this indie web, which is very reminiscent of early internet, so personal websites and stuff like that, and not so focused on social media. This essay that I was talking about too was talking about how over your lifetime you've probably had so many social media accounts for different hobbies that you've got, and there are better ways to collate those hobbies instead of creating new Instagram accounts. And it was such a good reminder that not every thought that you have needs to be on the internet. I keep thinking like, I should publish my reviews about books, all of the books that I read, and all of the movies I watch, and all of the TV shows I watch, and all the albums that I like. And it just felt so like, yeah, you don't actually need to be so public with all of your opinions and thoughts and feelings that you've ever had in your life. Be select with the information that you give out, because it doesn't really matter. It's just for you really to look back on. And then, as I said, I found the indie web and neocities specifically, and now it's all I'm thinking about all the time. And I want to put my HTML, CSS, and teensy little bit of JavaScript to use to create my very own website. And I'm so excited about it. I don't know if I'll share it. I'll share bits of it though. I'll share making it. And I'm so excited because so many that I've found, I'll link some of my favorite ones that I've found so far. They're just so creative, and I keep getting like caught up when I'm coding, when I'm like, I just don't know if I'll ever be able to come up with ideas of my own. And I don't want to just, like I do want to make just like Shopify websites and stuff like that, but I want to be able to create art with coding. I want it to be a very creative process, and I was really struggling to sort of come up with that on my own, just to like reinvent the wheel that I didn't even know, which I knew people were creating websites, but I didn't know to what extent. And the creativity and the execution of so many of these websites is just incredible. It's just incredible. If you search on YouTube, like exploring the indie web, there's so many good videos that'll walk you through like websites that they find, and it's so incredible. because another one of the points that that essay brought up was how, when you think about it, every social media looks the same. It's all got the same format, like everyone's copying each other now, and it's just like, I'm sick of reels. I don't want to have to see a video if I don't want to for the rest of my life. And Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, anywhere you go, it's video, video, video. Even Pinterest now, and Substack too, probably soon will be the same thing. And I just don't want to be consuming content like that. Every time I get on there, I'm like, I want to be very particular about the things that are going into my brain. I don't need to know everything that's ever happened in the world, and in every single person's life ever. And that's where the indie web is so fun, because it has to be so carefully curated, because you have to code everything from scratch. Like, it is sort of a social media platform, because you can go on and everyone's like sharing each other's websites and stuff, but it's not, I guess it's not, because it's not designed for like quick comments and stuff, even though you can leave comments on people's websites if they let you. But that's the thing, if you want someone to leave stuff on your website, you can leave it up there, but it's so much about what you want from the site. Like, it can be anything you want. I watched a couple of people's videos when they had a very basic like just a home page with a couple of things on it that they liked, because that's all they knew how to do, and that was enough. And I've only just started my website, but I can feel how much more creatively fulfilling it is, because you don't put all of this work into something that will be seen by no one, with the idea in your head that you want people to see it. It's not like, oh, I put all this work in and I only got 2 likes. It's, oh, I put all this work in and look at this beautiful piece of art that I made, not for anyone else, just for me. If people want to wander into my internet, they can do it, into my website. That's the other thing. When people are like, this is my corny, when other people are like, this is my cozy corner of the internet, which I love that, but I feel like your own website is the epitome of your own corner of the internet, because you have to carve it out. You're making every decision for it, and I'm just so into it, and I keep telling people about it, and they're like, okay. I'm like, well, you know, you don't get it. This is what the internet should be, and we've ruined it. So I'm telling you about it. But yes, because once upon a time, well, I mean, I still do, but I've got like a personal Instagram account, a book account, and then I had one moment where I was like, I'm going to be a photographer. You know, when you're a teenager, you're like, yeah, photography. And then I had one for makeup, because I was going to be a makeup artist, and I was like, I need a social media account. But I've had all of these accounts, and instead of spurring me on and giving me inspiration, it sort of was this, oh, I've created another account for something that I don't have the attention span to pursue for a long time. And I feel like this website that I will create, I can make it so that I can section it out as to whatever degree that I want to. I can come back to it when I want to. It's there for my future self, really, so that I can look back and see what I was up to when I was 22 and 23, and hopefully for a long time, if I can continue to update it, which if I don't, it doesn't matter, because it's my website. But that's the plan. I'm hoping to put like book stuff and art journal stuff. And listen, I've been very into Minecraft, so I think I'll be putting some Minecraft stuff on there, and just, you know, I'm just like I'm thinking of it like a collage wall, like all the things I love just in one place for me to refer back to. Because that's the other thing that I get so like, what do I actually like? And I was trying to design my homepage yesterday and was like, what am I into? But this would be such a good way to like think about it critically, about the things that I enjoy, about the things that I wish I pursued more, because I've been putting my phone down a lot lately. I just get to a point I'm like, this is awful, and then I pick it back up because I don't know what else to do. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully this will help. It's just inspired me so much. Like, my creative juices, they're flowing. So